They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Working that left side now. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. The Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up.
Yeah, good hands, because I was cooked.
They can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll
playing at an MVP level. And, you know, I think a lot of people, myself included, feel like the Rams aren't that far away from, you know, being a legitimate Super Bowl team, you know, in this upcoming season. So spending a pick on a player that you don't anticipate playing this season.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play faded. Under fire. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They've got the ball in midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. They'll try the run. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Georgia looking to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. The huge play got him on the porch, but now they got a kick in the door. From the gun. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive.
Man, come on.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Hits the accelerator to the right.
They just put me in the animation. That shit whack.
Away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Beavers!
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know the next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off.
On the run from inside his own 5. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throws to the wideout. Got a man in the middle.
Come on, 3rd string.
And got it to the 44-yard line. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy, just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
The Dogs are in the hurry-up. That one interception in the loss last week really stuck with him, but he's answered by taking care of the football in this game.
Nice answer. Just a nice bounce back. When you're the leader and you're the guy that everybody looks to and you handle adversity from last week like you did today in this game, nice job by this quarterback leading this team.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly deep.
Catch it anyway, cuz.
Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tied.
String, you still in? Oh, you still in. Let's go.
Distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Oh, he pick it back up, bro. Good job.
It's a fumble. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do.
Proco says, "Prod up before you load up."
Girl, no. Protein after.
Protein is your pancake.
That's funny as hell.
We became our nutritional experts for 50 years balancing nutrition and flavor.
They'll try to get it in with the run.
Run him over.
He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the one.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
We have some breaking news here on the Detroit Tigers ace Terry Sewell will undergo surgery to remove loose bodies in his elbow. It's a procedure that typically sidelines players for 2 to 3 months.
Might be changing the route.
AL Cy Young winner Sewell last pitch last Wednesday, allowing 2 runs over 7 innings and no.
Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Fires to the end
Catch
zone.
the ball, little brother.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
And the offense comes up short on third. I'll be interested to see if they go for it here on fourth down. They don't
The punter.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one to this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. LSU is running away with things right now, and you just know Mike the Tiger is loving this offense today. They're up by 38 over Northern Illinois. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41.
As far as taking care of your body, and obviously the guy
wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. Fights off a defender. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down, they'll go to the air. Firing to the right, complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down.
Catch the ball, man.
Just a little off.
Incomplete. And this defense has put a game together. with you. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
I missed him. Shit.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Beavers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Looking to throw on 1st down.
Catch it.
The pass ball's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Unleashes to the end zone.
Catch it.
Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 3rd down, he'll try.
Come on, make the play. Make the play. Make the play. Good job.
With conviction on the crosser. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity.
A couple of years ago, we saw Tyrese Maxey make the 2 big buckets in the final 2 minutes of Game 7 to seal that win for the Philadelphia 76ers over the Celtics on Saturday. He is obviously into a full-blown All-NBA caliber player. VJ Edgecombe, the rookie 3rd overall pick, finished 3rd in Rookie of the Year voting behind Cooper Flag and Con Knuckle from the Hornets. But he has been excellent in these playoffs, also in a big Game 7, and showed he's not afraid of the moment. There is to see how that matchup plays out over 7 games. All right, thank you much. Well, postseason in Philly isn't just on the hardwood. The Flyers are on to the 2nd round of the Stanley Cup playoffs that use a bit of the Sixers' luck. The Flyers have only posted 1 goal in the last 8 periods of play, with that goal coming as the series clincher in overtime against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sports betting analyst Joe Fortlaw is with us. W-I-T. We're calling the segment today with or without, starting with the Flyers. Very clever. Thank you very much. I cannot take total credit for that. The game going over the total. Are you with or without?
This segment brought to you by your local cholesterol foundation. I am without. No onions on this one. We're going to play under 5.5 goals. This Carolina defense has been an absolute wagon. 5 playoff games, only 5 goals allowed, which is a carryover from the regular season, but they gave up the fewest goals in the NHL. So a tall task for the Flyers tonight. However, they do have Dan Vladar in net, who has been sensational over the last few months of the season. 5th in postseason save percentage. So I see this being more of a rock fight. We go under 5.5 goals.
Okay, let's hoop it up. Tyrese Maxey over 25.5 points tonight, with or without.
We'll take some onions with this one. We're going to go with over 25.5 points. Average 28 points in 38 minutes per game during the regular season, which is a lot of minutes, but it is the postseason. We should just hit our season average. We're going to be fine. This dude loves playing against the New York Knicks. Last 12 games against New York, 30 points or more in 8 of those games, with a 12-game average of 30.1 points per game. Note the total in this game. Open 210.5. It's been bet up to 213.5, which is a very good sign when you're betting on players scoring overs to see the total rising with it.
Okay, I got Aaron Nola over 17.5 outs. Are you with or without?
That's going to be without. So we're going to go under 17.5 outs, which means to win this bet, we need Nola to not pitch 6 full innings tonight. He is in the midst of the worst season of his career, which is saying something because prior to this year, last year was the worst season of his career. 6 starts so far. He's only gone 6 full innings in 2 of them. Career worst ERA, career worst home runs per 9, career worst walks per 9. On top of that, the Marlins can hit right-handed pitching relatively well. So we're going to say without and go under 17.5 for 49.
All right, one more. Give me a Philly special, favorite bet from all of these games.
This is more of an anti-special because it's a pro Knicks bet, so I apologize to everyone at home. This is kind of like cheese fries on the side. No, Josh Hart, rebounds plus assists over 12 and a half. Okay, an absolute freight train of a player when it comes to crashing the glass and facilitating in the postseason. 2 years ago in that series against the Sixers, he averaged 17 rebounds plus assists per game. In the series he just played against the Hawks, he averaged 13 and a half rebounds plus assists per game, and he only played 33 minutes per night. They did not need to use him a whole lot because there were several blowouts. They're going to need him in this one, so we're going to go over 12 and a half rebounds and assists.
I'm with your fourth ball. All right, back to our breaking news here on SportsCenter. Detroit Tigers ace Derek Struble will undergo surgery to remove loose bodies in his elbow, a procedure that typically sidelines players for 2 to 3 months. The two-time reigning AL Cy Young winner, Struble last pitched on Wednesday, allowing 2 runs over 7 innings and a no decision against the Atlanta Braves. Our baseball insider Jeff Passan joining us now. Jeff, what more can you tell us about the Tigers and Derek Struble?
Okay, well, this is not the worst case scenario for the Tigers or for Derek Struble. Losing the man who many believe is the best pitcher in Major League Baseball, the two-time reigning American League Cy Young winner, is quite problematic. And while they don't have a timeline specifically laid out, as you said, this is typically a 2 to
feet, goes fully horizontal. The Astros again, 3-1. All right, little basketball news for you before we get out of here. Sabrina Ionescu is going to miss at least 2 weeks of the WNBA season after rolling with a left ankle Saturday in a preseason game. The Liberty opened their season Friday and next Sunday. Much more hoop news coming your way next. NBA Today is on the air.
Welcome to NBA Today.
The NBA playoffs start in just under 5 hours. We have 3 dramatic Game 7s this weekend to wrap up round 1. We'll get to all that in just a moment. But first, Sixers, Knicks, Timberwolves, Spurs will get the conference semi started. And Shams has the latest. Senior insider, Shams Charania here with me now. The first question of the day, Shams, what is Anthony Edwards' status for Game 1 in San Antonio?
This just in, Anthony Edwards has received medical clearance and is expected to play tonight in Game 1 against the San Antonio Spurs, barring any setback in pre-game work. He's been pushing and really planning on trying to give this a go in Game 1 tonight. He's made unforeseen progress in the last 24 hours. He did most of everything he shoot around this morning in San Antonio. He's medically checking all the boxes. And Timberwolves doctor will monitor his pre-game routine and then give him the final sign-off. But just 9 days after suffering that bone bruise and hyperextension in his left knee, and the team believing that at the earliest he would be back Game 3 or Game 4, he pushed and really wanted to go tonight. I'm told he did multiple different treatment options, including a hyperbaric chamber over the last several days to try to see if he can get back. So Anthony Edwards will go through his pregame warm tonight with the intention of playing as his team kicks off.
Wow, great stuff here, yeah. Thank you, Shams. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the information. All right, we are here in studio alongside Ryan and Danny Green. I'm George Sedano in for the Ninja. Ryan, we'll start with you. How big of a development is this?
I mean, I've seen Edwards recover from like rolled ankles and stuff like that. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe it. But unexpected progress. Don't hear that about a knee injury too often. And not only is it a huge lift for just the overall psyche of the Wolves, who weren't sure they were going to have him for Game 1, it's a huge strategic move because Ant Edwards has given the Spurs all kinds of trouble this year. He has dominated at times against them. Now look, I don't want to overreact to regular season games, but look at those numbers. Yeah. And so the Spurs, I'm sure, knew they were going to have to deal with Ant at some point. I'm sure they're reevaluating their game plan a little bit right now, knowing they got to deal with him right out of the gate.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I said, he's like Wolverine, the way he's healing. I didn't expect him to come back this soon, but this is more, I think, of a mental and emotional lift for the group than anything. He may be a little hobbled out there. How much his playing tolerance he can, handle. We may not see a full health, but at least he's a threat out there. It opens up the floor for everybody else that can hoop. But this is a big, big plus for this group, and that's going on against a big, like a challenging San Antonio Spurs team.
I don't know. I feel like we're underselling this. This is huge. Yeah. This is huge. Going into the matchup without Anthony Edwards, we're like, oh, the Spurs probably are expected to win, right? Because it's not just him, it's Jonathan DiVincenzo. They've been getting huge performances from the supporting cast and the role players. But walking into a series knowing that man is available is a game changer for me. And you talk about him being hobbled. We saw when he was hobbled versus the Denver Nuggets. Isn't that where he went off? Yeah. So even a not 100% Anthony Edwards is capable of shocking us in a huge way. To me, when you look at this, I'm like, okay, Spurs are ahead. Now it's like hitting super level.
Yeah, I think we're not underselling it. Ant is great, but I think even with the healthy Anthony Edwards, we're just looking at how different the San Antonio Spurs are.
Wait, but this is a Minnesota team that has been to 2 conference finals. This isn't the Portland Trail Blazers.
Yeah. And they're back and that and that stuff. Jake McDaniels coming out with a 30-plus
series, Terrence Shannon was dunking on everybody. Like, everyone's confidence is high, and then now you reinsert the superstar. It changes a lot for me.
I think it's a real series for sure. If you look at the fact that Anthony is happy. But all right, we'll get back to that in just a second. But before we talk, let's get to the East series, right? Recap the